I've become pretty public in all of this space. I've got a very clear idea of where I think it's going and how it's going to go. So I have my thesis. When everything starts falling apart, like the market starts moving, I look like, how has it moved in the past? And it's done similar things, right? And I've been telling everybody who's ever got into the space, you need to expect a 50% correction in a bull market, and you might see a 70% bear market. And over 5 years, you'll have still made more money than you could imagine. So you have to accept those things. So this thing starts tanking. Bitcoin starts first, then Ethereum rolls over later, and it's all down 50%. I've got this weight on my shoulders. I've got all of these people that have been following me. I have been telling them this, but it messes with your mind. And I pick out the one chart that matters to me, which is the adoption chart. Is anything that's going on with China and mining and this and that changing the adoption curve or not? No. So then, as you said, the relentless rise of technology continues. So la, 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 I can't hear it. So I turn around to my wife and I'm like, it's fallen 50%. Everybody's freaking out. And she just looked at me and goes, you are all so ridiculous. She said, you said you should expect this. Now it's happening. Everybody's freaking out. And she just walked off and said, don't be so stupid, and walked out of the room. And I'm like, yeah, just, Twitter is sometimes, or Reddit, or whatever forum you're on, is sometimes your enemy. And sometimes you just need to turn that off. Now, it's been the same with investing in Amazon, right? The reason Bezos is so wealthy is because he was probably one of the only people in the world who had Amazon shares from the beginning and never sold them. Because it went down 95%.
Oh.
In 2001 too. It's had several 60% falls, and it still made him the richest man in the world. This is what exponentiality looks like. And for people who are a little more savvy, there's a magic trick to everything to keep your sanity in this, because this stuff goes like this, and then it does this, and you'll see there's like free charting almost on every platform now, TradingView, something like that. Just change the scale to a logarithmic scale. And what you'll find is, like, you look at Facebook, it goes like this. You look at Amazon, it goes like this, right? And it always feels like, I can't buy this. This has gone up too much. That fear that you had at 52,000, right? But that's real. You change it to a log chart, and it's a beautiful trend. And you realize it's all noise. And yes, those movements can be 50%, 60%, but it's just moving in that lovely little trend. Facebook has done that since 2012, never deviated. Nor has Apple, nor has Microsoft, nor has Google. None of these have. Not even Tesla. And nor has Bitcoin, and nor has Ethereum. They're all network effects, and they're priced in the same way. They're all exponential in nature, which we can't get our heads around until you put it on a log chart, and it makes you calm down.
What does the log chart do?
The scale. So normally a scale would go like a Bitcoin chart. Well, because it starts really low, it might start at $10, and then it's got to go up to $65,000. So suddenly you're seeing a move, $1,000 move. It looks small, but before it was big. So what happens is it squashes the chart, because most of the price action has happened from, let's say, $10,000 to $65,000. So you keep getting this, looks like this all the time.
And so this is just by stretching out the timeline?
No. So what a log chart does is change the scale, where it doubles every measure. So it goes $10, $100, or it goes 10x, let's say. $10, $100, $1,000, $1 million. What that little trick does is smooth out all of this issue. You'll get comfortable when you look at it, just to realize that, and look at the scale, look how it's changed versus the other scale. And you'll see from that, it basically compresses all of this. It's the same as if you used percentages, because a 5,000 point move now in Bitcoin is not the same as a 5,000 point move when it was at 5,000. It would have been 100%. And now it's not. Now it's like whatever it is today, 10%. So it's changing that. And that really, really, really helps.